September 10. 954. Louis IV, King of France, killed by a fall from his horse, at the age of 38. 1167. Matilda, of England, Empress of Germany, died. She was the daughter of Henry I of England, married Henry IV of Germany, and was afterwards acknowledged Queen of England. But her conduct not suiting the nobles, she was deposed and Stephen placed on the throne. 1543. The small remains of the army which had sailed from Cuba in 1539 May 18 under de Soto, for the conquest of Florida, arrived at Panuco on their return. This great expedition ended in the poverty and ruin of all concerned in it. Not a Spaniard remained in Florida. 1547. Conspiracy of Placentia, when Peter Louis Farnese, son of Pope Paul III, was assassinated. The place was taken by the conspirators and delivered to the troops of the Emperor Charles V before daylight next morning. 1547. Battle of Panuco, in Scotland. The English under the Protector Somerset defeated the Scots under the Earl of Arran, and obtained one of the most finished victories on record. The Scots lost 10,000 men. 1604. William Morgan, Bishop of Asaph, formerly of Llandaff, died. He directed and superintended the translation of the Scriptures into Welsh. 1621. King James gave Sir William Alexander a patent of the whole territory of Acadia, by the name of Nova Scotia, as a fief of the Crown of Scotland. An unsuccessful attempt was soon after made to effect a settlement, and he sold it to the French in 1630. 20 years afterwards, 3,000 families settled there from New England. 1649. Peter Gaudlin, a poet of Gascony, died. He was so celebrated that he acquired the title of the Homer of Gascony. 1691. Edward Pocock died, a most learned English critic and commentator, and famous particularly for his great skill in the Oriental languages. 1714. An agreement between the Van Hoorn or Burbus Company, and the Dutch East India Company, to furnish the former annually after this day, 240 Negroes from Angola, or Arger 1/3 to be females, at 165 florins a head. 1730. Guichard Joseph Duvernay died, professor of anatomy at Paris, of great celebrity. 1738. Thomas Sheridan, an Irish divine and poet, died. He published a prose translation of Persius. 1752. John Baptiste Bertrand died, a French physician, known for his interesting account of the plague of Marseille. 1759. Second action off Pondicherry, between the British fleet, Admiral Pocock, and the French under Admiral D'Oche. British loss 164 killed, 385 wounded. A deserter reported the French loss to have been 1,500 killed and wounded. 1771. Birthday of Mungo Park, a celebrated Scottish adventurer. He twice attempted the discovery of the course and outlet of the Niger, so long a source of conjecture with geographers, in the second of which he lost his life in the 35th year of his age. 1779. Indian village of Canandaigua burned. 1781. Count d'Estaing returned with his fleet to the Chesapeake, and captured 2 British frigates of 32 guns each. 1782. The firing on Gibraltar from the isthmus continued by the Spaniards, at the rate of 6,500 cannon shot, and 1,080 shells in every 24 hours. 1785. Treaty of Amity and Commerce between the United States and Prussia. 1791. A great insurrection among the Negroes in St. Domingo, attributed to the new opinions of liberty and equality, called in Paris Les des Moors. 1797. Mary Wollstonecraft Godwin died, a lady of very superior literary accomplishments, who distinguished herself by many able productions, and the peculiarity of her views. 1802. A lunar rainbow observed at Madog, in Derbyshire, England. 1806. John Christopher Adelung, a German professor at Erfurt, died, author of a grammatical and critical dictionary of the German language, in 5 volumes. Quarto. He was never married, and it was said of him that his writing desk was his wife, and the 70 volumes which he wrote were his children. Unique, he called his Bibliotheca Selectissima. 1809. Augustus Louis von Schleutzer, a German historian, died. He wrote a history of Lithuania, etc. 1813. Battle of Lake Erie, and defeat and capture of the entire British fleet under Com. Barclay, by the United States fleet under Com. Perry. The British force consisted of 6 vessels, 63 guns. Americans had 11 vessels, 54 guns. The action commenced at 15 minutes before 12, and ended about 3 p.m. The loss of the British was estimated at 200. Americans lost 27 killed, 96 wounded, 123. 1827. Ugo Foscolo, a distinguished Italian writer, died. His works are numerous, but giving offense to the authorities, he was driven from country to country, and died from disease and penury. 1845. Joseph Story, one of the most distinguished American jurists, died at Cambridge, Massachusetts, aged 66. 1851. The steamer Pampero, which had been used in the Lopez expeditions against Cuba, was seized by the United States revenue officers, at Dunn's Lake, Florida, and subsequently condemned. 1852. Urquiza, director of the Argentine Confederation, was deposed. 1852. The Burmese evacuated and burned Rome.